Hello Total War gamers, my name is Deacon and welcome to this replay analysis of multiplayer battle in Warhammer 2. This is still the Vortex build with a player called Krokka in here, bringing a lot of Temple Guard and then a second player. So we're up with Dark Elves and High Elves versus Spearmen and Lizardmen. As I said, a lot of Temple Guards. A large line of spares. They're infantry heavy here on the opposite side with two artillery heavy with the two Eagle Claw bolt throwers. And what's gonna happen is that we're kind of like double teaming the high elf player here, who has conveniently deployed two white lines of grace over here and two units of Alien Reavers in the far rear. So there's this whole bunch of enemies that are all across the map, and obviously the Lizardmen kind of retreating on this hill. I felt encouraged to first chase off these infantry units and get them dealt with. So Malekith is in there with his Cold One, and then there is a Death Hack on the Blood Cauldron. And I was expecting an easy win here with these. They have some experience, but not too much. I'm putting my Witch Elves on them, and quickly I'm trying to push through here, and I'm hoping for a flanking attack. However, he's bringing in a High Mage, or Light Mage, and I'm for a moment here going to try and give chase and put my range on him. But it's kind of a waste of effort, really. But these white lines of grace, they are holding on, and meanwhile the Reavers have gone for the back line of my ally here, who is at this point asking me for help and saying, okay, come on, press into the flank. So I'm trying to pull my units around here, but yeah, I'm anxious to get these guys out of the way, and unfortunately my leadership is in here. So my Death Hack and Malekith, I chose them to engage them, expecting a much quicker win. They are wavering, but they're just not going. And this one is also, I was afraid that he would go in here and then heal up his white lines of grace and keep Malekith in there forever. And now I have to charge the enemy right flank without leadership support, and I know that can be pretty tricky. Especially since I'm relying on Bleak Swords here and on Dread Spears without much experience upgrade. So if they run, then I have these Khainite Executioners, but my Shades would be kind of by themselves there. There's a Khainite Assassin that I took for the first time this particular match, and I'm still confused how to use him well, to be honest. I didn't get enough practice. So here my my allies' backlines in terms of archery is wavering. The balance bar is still slightly in our favor, but this is a review that I'm doing on a match that was recorded before the launch of Mortal Empires. Now I've left my Death Hack in here with these white lines of grace. I saw him retreating his Light Mage, so I also pulled Malekith out, trying to bring leadership, and exactly what I feared. Okay, we just missed the magic that was dropped on my Khainite Executioners, but they went from full to almost nothing in an instant. And also my archers are down to half health, and so are these Shades. So in a few instances I tried to move around the flank and support my ally, and then I've lost like a quarter of my army with a single hit of a spell. So now my Khainite Assassin is trying to do some damage here. I'm trying to push through with my melee, because this is all range now that I have here, and I don't really want my my range to engage in melee. So my Death Hag, I had two. So there's one here and one on the Blood Cauldron there that I've also pulled out. I thought, what the heck? Let them sit there. I'm just gonna go for the priority targets here. I think this is another fiery convocation, and I think we missed one while she had our attention at the other side. But the previous fiery convocation just completely ruined our army with a single stroke. Now we're still hanging in the balance here. We outnumbered the enemy, but we also fielded a lot more. So the numbers are and our numbers are dwindling faster than theirs. So also this is 1 unit of spares is here clumping up 4 units of my ally. So not really the best use of keeping enemy units engaged, particularly with this much range in the field. But also I'm trying to micro down. I've got the life mage running with my assassin, but there's a couple of big monsters on the field still that are really going to hurt me. Here is a feral manticore, here is a feral bastillodon, and with the revivification crystal actually. So it's gonna hurt. And this one is rampaging. So are these spearmen, which I think is due to my witch elves. Put them out of control. But slowly but surely, here is the skink priest now fleeing to the terror that my death hag is doing. And with our range we're slowly grinding them down. Our heroes are doing their part. These shades are engaged in melee with this Bastillodon with revivification crystal. Unfortunately there's just not much more melee in the field. My Khainite executioners are running again, my witch elves are done for. And here is Mazdamundi on a huge Stegadon, what is it? Right in the middle of my ranged troops. So I'm putting my death hag with the blood cauldron and the leftovers of my dread spears on him, trying to focus him down, whilst my ally is doing the same with some anti-large. And here is a princess, I think on a gold dragon. So in the back here, these enemies hadn't properly been dealt with, and this is one of the things I hate. Where units like this coming back can't change the battle around if they're used properly. So I'm giving chase with my my blood cauldron. This is enemy artillery still online. My Khainite assassin mismicroed. He should have simply gone into melee there. He's full health, and instead he's gunning for it. So not the best use. Now I'm putting my death hag on tour, going from unit to unit, trying to terrorize them. And Malekith is in here, still on his gold one, running around as well. And this is my allies' dragon, I think is going down here. They have still some artillery online that is probably doing anti-large, no anti-infantry, but now routing, and that's the battle. And it's said that it had... oh no. So let's see if there's anything in statistics that we can see. Mediocre kills across the board, and I'm playing together with 1x Soul. Also kind of mediocre kills, save for this Sword Masters of Hoeth and the Princess with the Dragon. Now on the enemy side, Temple Guard, mediocre kills. Numbers weren't even so low. I had a elite army thanks to my heroes. So the high elf player that I came up against, he had a trouble time getting any kills thanks to me being low in numbers. However, his tech list 138, that's quite a lot. But together with my ally, still he has like 96 here, 182 there. It was enough. And of course these temple guards don't come in very high numbers, nor do these Kroxigors. Skink skirmishes were like the only numerous unit that he had. It's only 435. And actually quite a big chunk of the high elf army was still alive. 357 were still alive at the end of the battle, which is considerable. But you see, Teclis went down, the life mage went down, and that of course can make a high elf army with lower tier units and not so much experience route of the field. So I hope you've enjoyed this battle. If so, do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more done, also hit the bell button and be notified whenever there's a new upload. Thanks for watching and see you next time.